I'm Zoe Stikeman, and when I think about writing as a process for me, I think of it as struggle, if I'm going to be completely honest. And I think this is because it's so damn hard, and because no one really wants to do something they're not great at. And so whenever we take up a new endeavor in life, whether it's going to be tennis or hockey or whatever it is, we want to be good at it right away. And writing is just never easy. And so it's a little bit of a fight with yourself every time to walk towards the keyboard and to begin writing and typing and glancing at the sentences that are in your wake and not feel great about them. And I think this is why writing is such a struggle for most writers I've ever met. We don't exactly want to have to walk up to an event we're not going to be good at. And for the first many drafts, it's not going to be great. And that perseverance that's required to get good at it takes so much time. And that entire time you're spending doing that, you are in the process of something that is not necessarily enjoyable. The pleasure is extended and delayed over time or weeks or years or whenever a piece starts to feel ready. In other art forms, so I've done dance and I used to be a dancer and a sculptor. I worked with metal, with steel. And in both dance and metal sculpture, you can pause in the process and step back and look and say, oh, clearly that arc of the metal here is too tight, too acute, and I definitely need to heat it back up and widen, make a more generous arc and so on. Or with dance, you can stop part way and say, let's look at the choreography, do that part, and you can watch it visually and say, oh, clearly that dancer there is too slow or too fast, or clearly they're too close to the ground. And with writing, I find it frustrating not to have that visual aspect, that I can't see the arc, the storyline, the direction, the shape, the structure of it. And it's much more easy with, it's much easier with a short story to be able to see that arc. It's still difficult, but I imagine easier than doing so with a novel. With a novel, it would just always be trying to see the forest for the trees, I think. And with short fiction, a little more likely that I can do a draft and kind of feel and look at it and visualize in my head the shape of the arc the characters are going through, and the tension, where the tension's rising, where the elastic band of the tension is pulling back, and where the elastic band finally snaps and slicks back together again.